Hey y'all, welcome back to Chatting with Beauty Spot. Today we will be discussing Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 4, Episode 1. For those of you that are new here, welcome to my channel. We will be discussing TV shows or whatever it is I feel like discussing for that day. And if you would like, please hit the subscribe button. Everybody else, please don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Let's get started. Okay, so let's get in these Huntsville streets. So the show starts off with Letitia and Marcel going to have dinner, where it turns out he went to Africa alone without his wife. He said he needed it. He needed the time to just get away and reflect and whatnot. And she was like, look, I've never been to Africa. I figured if we were going to go to Africa, we could go together because that's a place neither one of us have ever been. I won't lie. I would have been upset if my significant other decided to take a trip alone to somewhere in Africa and didn't take me. I would have had a thought about it. But and then he lets her know that what he learned there was that he's spending too much of his time chasing a dollar when he should spend it giving quality time to his family and everything. So he lets her know that he's gonna need a personal assistant. And she says, does it matter to you what the sex is? He said, it doesn't matter, but I don't want a male personal assistant. If it don't matter, why does it have to be a female? And she was like, look, whoever it is, they need to be approved by me first. Otherwise, that ain't happening. But then she brings up the post, the picture that he posted of everybody in Atlanta when Marcel was creeping and all of that other stuff. And she said he was real messy for that. And but she wants to keep talking. She wants to talk about all the stuff that Coleslaw, shout out to Funky Dineva, because that's really what I know her as. But Coleslaw was saying this and saying that and saying they was all cheating and whatnot, and he's telling her to let it go, to be quiet. You told me to tell you to hush if I get to talking about that stuff too much. He said, so I'm telling you to hush. But she keeps on talking, and he's like, stop. Stop talking about this, because you giving it and her too much attention. So then we end up moving on. Martell meets with Lewis at the gym. And Martell is still, he's telling Lewis that, Melody is not answering the phone when I call. She know I want to talk to my kids every day. And Lewis was telling him, that's the price of divorce. Like, you go from being a full-time parent to being a part-time parent. And I know that upsets you, but that it is what it is right now. And he's like, and Melody keeps saying that she didn't cheat on me, but she did. And she said that she was, slept with dude or had oral sex or he did the nasty or whatever. That was 5 years ago. Well, that's when I started seeing old girls. So we was both messing around at the same time, but she keeps saying that she wasn't doing it and yada, yada, yada. So he is still saying that Melody cheated at the same time he cheated. And if we going off technicalities, I mean, technically she did. Now, she said they were separate and she lived in her own apartment, but you're still married. And you still did it. So, the diehard married folks are going to be like, oh, you cheated because you were married and you weren't divorced. But he did. And he brought in an outside kid. Me, I don't care. If I bounce from you and I go get my own place and we no longer share a marriage home, a marital home, and we not doing marital relations or, doing any marital things, don't worry about what I'm doing sexually either. But Lewis was like, they get to talking about that same picture that Marcel posted. And Lewis is saying that that picture effed up the man column. Like, why would you throw your brother under the bus like that? He trying to say he wasn't there, and you gonna post it like, oh, and you were. But then we move on to Kimmy and Marcel. Kimmy is outside playing with her new dog, and Marcel and not Marcel, Kimmy and Maurice. So Maurice and Maurice Jr. Monster, they come up, and Reese said that Marcel was being funny for that post. And Kimmy was like, you know, I want to know straight up. You told me if I ever asked you a direct question that you would give me a direct answer. I want to know if you slept with the damn linebacker. And he tried to him and her first, and she was like, ain't no him and her. This is a yes or no answer. And he came out and said, no, I did not sleep with her. And she was saying, you know, Kimmy was saying that he does not even realize the consequences of the post that he made, how it's affecting his wife and how it's affecting these other marriages. That's not cool. But then we move on. Next thing they show is Destiny. She in the booth singing. I didn't know Destiny sang. But she ain't sound bad, but Destiny was in the booth singing. And Tisha goes to see her and said, you know, her and Tisha were talking about everything that happened during the reunion and after the reunion and everything that's been going on with Destiny. And she said, you know, for a while after her divorce and stuff, she had to get on public assistance for a minute, you know, because you have her going through the divorce, then you have COVID coming and shutting stuff down. So I know her beauty supply was shut down for a minute. So she said she had to get on public assistance for a while after the divorce. And that she's finally able to, you know, open up the beauty supply again. And she also said that Melody overheard Destiny and Tisha talking about her after the reunion, that her hotel room was next to theirs and they were in there, and she was saying that Tisha was updating her on everything that she had missed prior to her coming on the reunion. I guess because she was like a friend of the show, she's not there for the whole reunion. She comes out when it's her turn to talk about what happened. You know, when, you know, they bring her out after the fact. So she said that Tisha was giving her updates on what happened and whatnot, and Melody could hear from her hotel room. And she said that her and Mel did talk when they got back to Huntsville. They went out to have brunch or whatever. And that Melody was upset that they were talking about her. And she was like telling her what was said. And she said, I know, that's what I heard. I just didn't like the fact that you were talking to my enemy. And Tisha was like, I didn't know that they were enemies, that they were supposed to be working on their friendship or whatever. But I guess some of the stuff that Tisha was saying at the reunion show did not sit well with Mel. And Mel is on some like, you know what, F you too. You know, and, you know, especially because I remember watching it, and Tisha was like, you don't know how to be a good girlfriend. And you know, and you are the reason, you the one tried to mess up my marriage. Stuff like that. Mel was like, oh, hell no. You know, I'm cool with trying to be cool with you. So Melody is calling her her enemy. Then we move on to Melody. She meets with Kimmy, and they are going to make these charcuterie boards. And Melody is telling Kimmy that she did not like the fact that Tisha and Destiny were talking bad about her at after the reunion. And she said that she talked to Kimmy about, she talked to Destiny about it, and Destiny admitted that they were talking bad about her, that they were talking about her, and that she ain't like that. She didn't like the fact that Destiny was talking bad to her about someone that she is not all the way cool with, and that they have had issues in the past. And so the way she's describing it is slightly different from the way Destiny was describing what Melody has said. And so she was like, Melody said that I'm sick of giving out second chances, Martell done took all my second chances. I'm fresh out of them. So she chucking up the deuces to Destiny as well. And then she tells Kimmy that she's about to have a slumber party, pretty much a grown-up slumber party at her house, and that she wants her to come, and that don't be going around telling everybody because Tisha and Destiny are not invited. And Kim was like, oh, you not inviting them? She said, you really? She said, no, I'm not. They not coming. I'm going to order everybody some black pajamas. But those two are not invited. And she has that right. So, Marcel's brother hosts a dinner. Marcel's brother hosts a dinner party, so that everybody can come over and hash out and smooth things over. Everybody comes in, greets everyone. They make their plates. They sit down. As soon as they sit down, Kimmy was like, what were you thinking when you made that post? Everybody was like, oh, we gonna jump straight to it. And Marcel was like, he wasn't really thinking. He wasn't really tripping when he made that post, because whatever people say was not going to affect him. And Kimmy was letting him know everything you say, everything you post, it affects somebody. It don't matter if you say it doesn't affect you. Who you think going to get the brunt of it? Your wife. And my husband, Reese, that stuff went to him. So then people are coming to me, but your wife is taking the brunt of it. And they asked Tisha how she felt about it, and she said that she was not hurt at all when it came to the post, and that stuff, people say stuff and it doesn't affect her. And they was like, but you checking the post, because during the reunion she said she stay off social media, she don't look at the comments. And they were like, so you are looking at the comments. She said, if I'm feeling good during the day, I'll look at the comments. But if I'm not in a good place mentally, I don't look at the comments. They was like, so you're pretty much affected by what was said. And, Reese was like, there's so much that I know that I can say about people, but don't. And that's pretty much where it went off. From the looks of the show, what they're showing, what's going to happen this season, it's going to be a good season. And I am waiting for Love and Marriage DC to come out. I'm ready for that one. But until next time, y'all, peace.